Hey guys, it's Alina here, and today we're going to be talking about my April favorites. So before we get started, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you love favorites videos and you want me to keep doing them, because I'd be happy to do that. And let's just go ahead and get started. So this favorites video is going to be a little different than the previous ones in the sense that I usually try to show you different items that I haven't really shared recently. But one of you guys mentioned that by not mentioning items that are favorites month after month after month, that anyone that's new to my channel may not get to know what my favorite mascara is or what my favorite concealer is and all of that. So there are going to be repeats from favorites video to favorites video because there are just some items that I have not found something better, and they're just going to be my favorite probably for the rest of my life or until next week. I don't know. I have all the items scattered in front of me, and I'm going to try my best to stick within the right categories. But let's see. So let's start with eyeshadow. I haven't been wearing, that's a lie, I've been wearing a lot of eyeshadow, but there's only one palette that comes to mind as far as using it a lot this month. And it's the Too Faced Christmas in New York, the Chocolate Shop palette. And I hate to mention this because obviously you cannot purchase this item anymore. It's a holiday set, but this palette is amazing. I don't understand why people didn't like it, to be honest. I have never had issues creating looks. I've taken this palette to trips as like, you know, this and maybe like the Lorac Mega Pro 3 together. But to me, I can create so many looks with this. The only thing that I could see as a problem would be the glittery shades, but if you're using a glitter primer, you shouldn't really have any issues. Any sort of glittery shade is not really meant to be like buffed onto your eye. They're meant to be pat on, so I'm not really sure what the issue is. I find that there's a good range of color. There's a good variety here. I personally love this palette. I love this palette. I think this is one of my favorite holiday sets that they've come out with. I can't rave about this enough. So another palette I'm probably going to be talking about for the rest of my life is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette. I am this close, probably even closer than that, to purchasing a backup because I literally use this every single day. Every single day. It's so good. I've never had a highlighting palette that I just absolutely love. I have ones that I've liked. I have ones that I've, you know, was very fond of, but this one I absolutely love, and everyone I recommend it to and tries it is so amazed by it. Doesn't matter the age. I've had everyone from, you know, younger to me to much older than me try this palette and absolutely love it. I have other Anastasia glow kits and I hate them. I have ones that I enjoy, but they're not one that I would feel comfortable going on a trip with. This one I would go on a trip with by itself with no accomplices. This would do everything that you need to do. It's absolutely amazing. And from what I've seen on the website, it is limited edition, so I think I'm going to get a backup because I would cry. If this fell and broke, I would cry. If I ran out of this, it's that good. The hype is real. So next up are lashes. I can't remember if I talked about these the last favorites video. These are the Pure 3D Silk cruelty-free lashes. My favorites are Bombshell and Flirt. I'm wearing Bombshell today. Flirt I've been wearing in pretty much every look this month. Both of them I absolutely love. I haven't tried any of the other ones just because they don't seem as full and as crazy as these two do. And when I wear false lashes, I want to wear false lashes. If I'm not going to go all out, then I'll just wear my Ardell Wispies. I don't need something in between, you know what I mean? And obviously when I'm filming, I want extra, read all about it, you know? Okay, concealers. If you look at pretty much every single makeup look that I post on Instagram, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see this combination here. If you're not seeing this combination, it's because I'm desperately trying. I'm desperately trying to find something else that's just as good. So this one is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I use the shade Light. This is my under eye amazingness. I've been trying really hard to get into the Tarte Shape Tape. I just got it recently. Currently, I'm not a fan. And I'm whispering that because I know that it has a huge cult following and I'm gonna get yelled at, but so far not liking it. This I love so much more. And then of course my Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer. I've gone through, I don't even know how many tubes of this. I've been using this since I started on YouTube for the most part. And I carry one in my bag, I have one in my vanity, and I've got backups waiting because whenever it's on Haute Look, I buy the crap out of it because it's very expensive, but a little goes a long way. It's so high coverage. It's absolutely amazing. Even if I'm not wearing foundation, I can literally dab this medium beige shade anywhere that I need coverage and it doesn't look crazy. You know, some concealers, it's like, whoa, you got concealer on, but you don't have anything else on your face. Why? Why? This is not one of those. This is amazing. Comes in a million different shades, which is great. All different skin tones. These have definitely been in favorites videos before. These are my Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluids. I use the shades green and peach. Peach I use for the under eye darkness, and then green obviously to color correct any redness. I have been using my Sephora brand version of these to try to use them up because I'm so close to them being empties. But I would say the last couple weeks of April, I grabbed onto these and I fell in love again. I think I'm trying not to use them as much because they're like running out, but they're so good. They're so creamy, they're easy to blend, but they have a thickness to it that allows for actual color correction. The Sephora ones are great and they're a lot less expensive, but they're a lot thinner of formula, and I find that you have to use more product, so it kind of doesn't really make a lot of sense. But these are absolutely amazing. For primer, I've been using and loving the Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Moisturizer Matte Hydrator Plus Primer. So what's cool about this is that most like matte, like pore vanishing primers tend to be really drying, so they're not great for people that have dry skin. This one is a hydrator. It's got a much different consistency than most, you know, pore refining primers. This one actually feels like a moisturizer when you're putting it on. I really like it. I do find that my skin gets less oily over time. I'm not wearing it today. Probably should have. But I do find that it does control the oil, and that is super important because I live in a really hot climate that's very humid. So the moment I walk outside, my skin just goes, let's just oily as F. Let's do this. Let's commit. So I don't talk about eyeshadow primer a lot, mainly because this is the same eyeshadow primer I've been using for probably a year. And that's my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I absolutely love this primer. I am squeezing every little last bit out of this tube because the moment that it's over, I'm going to be sad. I don't know that I have a backup of this, but I'm trying to get through other primers, which is why I haven't bought a backup. But this is an amazing eyeshadow primer. Absolutely love it. For foundations, I have three. Two of these I mention all the time, and one of these I've probably mentioned in the past, but I've kind of like set it aside and not really used it, but recently have gotten back into it. So the two oldies but goodies are my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and then my IT Cosmetics CC cream. In the Born This Way foundation, I'm in the shade Nude, and then in the CC cream, I'm in the shade Light. This is like literally day and night. Not in the fact that they're opposite, but because I use this one a day and I use this one at night for the most part. I love this one because it's got SPF 50, so I can just bypass wearing SPF. That's one less step in my routine. And I just put this on and I know I've got SPF 50 and we're good to go. And it's got amazing coverage, makes my skin look great. It is a CC cream, so you have to set it really nicely, but you should be setting all your foundation for the most part. And then my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. Usually when I'm, you know, filming or going somewhere special, I use this foundation. I try not to use it on the daily because I don't ever want it to run out. But when I want to be sure that things are gonna go well, this is what I use. And then the third one is my Tarte Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation in the shade Light Neutral. This is a foundation that I really loved when I first got it, although I will say the shade is light neutral, but it comes off very pink in the jar and kind of pink when you put it on, but for the most part, I don't think you can really tell, at least on me. I do wish that when they say neutral, it's neutral. I'm having a similar experience with my Shape Tape. I got the shade Light Neutral, but it's very yellow. I don't know what's happening. Neutral is neutral. But I do like the formula of this. I know it's meant to be for dry skin because it has a lot of moisture and hyaluronic acid in it, but I enjoy it even though I don't have dry skin. I find that it makes my skin look amazing. Now to set all of this, you guys know what I'm gonna be talking about. My Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. I got the pressed one and the loose one. Still favorites, still the only powders I've been using. I use this one to set my face and then this one to set my under eye area. Love, so good. For blush, I'm going to go back to a longtime favorite. It's my CoverGirl True Blend blush in the shade Medium Rose. This is just such a pretty shade. I love it. It used to be a dome and it's no longer a dome anymore. I could wear this blush every single day and not get bored of it. It's just such a pretty, pretty color. And the fact that it's got that marbling, it's very similar. I mean, it's not an hourglass powder by any means, but because it has that marbling like an hourglass powder, it gives a very natural but colorful look, if that makes any sense. It's very user-friendly. It does have a little of a shimmer to it, so if you don't like shimmery blushes, you're probably not gonna like this, but I happen to love that, so I love this blush. So, mascara. I haven't mentioned a mascara in my past few favorites videos because it hasn't changed. It's still my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. This is probably beyond its lifespan. It's not really giving as much as it used to, but I'm so determined to keep using it. I do have a backup, but I don't want to open it because I have so many other mascaras open, but I go and I try to use a different one and I'm just always so disappointed. So disappointed. So I'm kind of torn, but this is amazing. It's definitely worth the money. It is so, so good. For eyebrows, I'm sure this has been in multiple videos. I'm obsessed with the NYX eyebrow gel in the shade Brunette. Your brows will be filled and they're not gonna go anywhere. It's really, really great. I didn't understand what the hype was about eyebrow gels, and this is, whoop, and it's super affordable. So for lippies, I have 4 of them. This first one you're gonna definitely recognize. It's the Urban Decay Vice Lipstick in Violet. I think this has been in almost every favorites video. It is such a beautiful color. I absolutely love this color. It's amazing. This lipstick literally stays in my purse because I know it's always gonna look good with whatever I'm wearing. Then I have the Tarte's Lip Paint in the shade FOMO. This is kind of a more like mauve-y, like maroony type shade, like more intense than the Violet. This shade is beautiful and it is the original lip paint formula, not the quick dry formula, so it's so creamy and so amazing on the lips, not drying. Oof, I have this thing with throwing makeup apparently. It's not drying at all and it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. And then I have my Marc Jacobs Limark Liquid Lip Cream in the shade Truth or Bear. This shade is absolutely stunning. It's kind of similar to the other shades that we have going on here. This is another one that usually will stay in my purse because again, it's one that I know is always gonna look good on me. Every single time I wear it, I get compliments up the yin yang. So, so good. It's definitely pricey, but I really, really like it. And then of course I have to throw a funky one in. So ever since I got the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Dagger, I've been obsessed with it. You guys know I have a bunch of gray lipsticks. I love gray lipsticks. I don't care that it makes me look dead. I'm all about it. I love gray lipsticks. I think it looks amazing with my hair. Super, super fun. This one is kind of a more darker gray lipstick compared to some of the other ones I have, but it's not so, so dark that you couldn't pull it off. I think a lot of people can pull off gray more than that they would like to admit. This is a really, really pretty one. Another lip product, this is one that I keep one on my bedside and one in my purse, is my IT Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi lip balm. This is so hydrating on the lips, and I've gotten into such a habit that after I brush my teeth, I put in my retainer. Yes, I wear a retainer. And then I put this lip balm on. I literally cannot go to bed if I don't put this lip balm on. If for whatever reason it's not on my nightstand, I have to go find it because I just feel incomplete. I'm just so used to having moisturized lips when I go to sleep. Like hashtag first world problems. But this is really, really good. And it lasts a long time. I've been on this same tube for months and months and months. And I use it several times a day. All right, I think we're done with makeup. So let's move on to skincare stuff. So I have quite a bit for skincare. The first item is my Derma E Vitamin C Micellar water. I don't know how to say this. Cleansing water. I think this was in my last favorites video. It's still a favorite. I've been using it every single day, especially days that I wear makeup. I don't use it twice a day usually. I'll just use it at night after I've washed off makeup. I've also really been into physical and chemical exfoliants mixed. So I have 2 that I've been obsessed with. This one is the Philosophy Micro Delivery Exfoliating Wash. This one kind of feels like a mini chemical peel, but not as harsh. And it does have little exfoliating beads, but they're not super intense, which is good because you're combining it with a chemical exfoliant. It's a 30-second little mini peel, and you will notice a difference in your skin. And then recently I started using the Dermalogica Daily Superfoliant, and I have fallen in love with this. It is very bizarre because it is a powder. And you pour the powder into your hand, your wet hand, and then you like mix it up and you put it on your face. But this is amazing. It's usually in my shower because I've been using it very, very often. It's absolutely incredible. I understand what the hype is all about. it's really, really good. It's got amazing ingredients, including activated charcoal, which is amazing for detoxifying, which is why this is great to use, especially if you live somewhere where there's a lot of air pollution. All of that goes into your skin, and so something with activated charcoal for your skin that's also exfoliant is amazing. So good. I also recently started using the Urban Decay version of this. I forget the name of it, but I will list in the description box. I've only used it a couple times, so I want to use it a few more times before I let you know if it's just as good or close enough, because that one is half the price. So I've also been loving my Pure Cosmetics Joystick Exfoliating Deep Pore Cleanser. This is pretty neat. It is a stick cleanser and it has exfoliating beads, and you kind of put it around your face, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of doing that, but it smells like old school Noxzema, which kind of excites me, and it even feels like it too. But I do find that it definitely exfoliates and it definitely cleans my skin. My skin feels super clean after it. I don't use this all the time. I just use it when I really want some extra cleaning action. So one item that I'm not sure where it goes with, because it's not really makeup and it's not skincare, is my Beauty Blender Cleanser Solid. I used to be super obsessed with the liquid, but I am super obsessed with the solid. I found that I was using way too much of the liquid to get my beauty blenders clean. And this, I've used this so many times and I still have tons of product left. This is absolutely incredible. Speaking of beauty blenders, I need to clean mine. So for hair, I have been using the same items, my Pureology Strength Cure shampoo and conditioner and all of that. But one thing I have added to my regime is this Redken Extreme Anti-Snap Leave-In Treatment. So it's supposed to be really good for split ends. I haven't used that much because like I wash my hair once a week, but I have noticed a difference in how my hair feels and how my hair dries naturally. And this is really the only thing that's changed. So I'm attributing it to this. I'm not a huge fan of the smell, I'm not gonna lie. It smells like, I don't know. I feel like it smells like coconut, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of the smell, but I can get past it if it works. So I think that's all for like actual items. I will share a few other things. So one of the songs I'm super obsessed with is loving that song. Of course this song, but the original. I don't need Justin Bieber ruining it for me. Those are two that I've been listening to on repeat without any shame. For television shows, I haven't really been watching too many. I did binge watch Vanderpump Rules, and I did binge watch some of the Real Housewives shows because I actually haven't been keeping up with them like I used to. I just don't like the whole watching week after week. It's just too annoying. I'd rather just binge watch. So that's kind of what I've been watching. I have been watching some stuff through YouTube. One of them being the Vice channel. If you've never checked out the Vice channel, you should, especially if you like those like gritty documentaries. They do documentaries on all kinds of stuff. They do like shorter videos too, but what I really like them for are their documentaries, which they're usually about 20 to 40 minutes long, so not too crazy. But yes, I've been loving those. I love documentaries. So if any of you guys have seen any amazing documentaries, either on Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, whatever, put them in the comments because I love documentaries. I can't get enough. And then I go on this like Google rampage and just learn everything I can about what's going on with that. So I think that's it. So those are all the items that I have been obsessed with for the month of April. Definitely leave your favorites in the comments. It doesn't matter if it's makeup, skincare, hair care, TV shows, clothing items, I don't care. Leave it in the comments because I'd love to see what you guys are interested in this month. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this favorites video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!